Spiral from the Book of Saw is directed by Darren Lynn Bousman and stars Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson, Mary Sue Nichols, and Max Minghella. And it's another entry in the Saw franchise. And it is awesome. I'm shocked to say that. I'm actually shocked to say that. Now, I did see the movie twice. The first time I didn't think it was awesome. I thought it was okay. Second time I was like, this is awesome. It's a good time. I have a lot of issues, but I have a lot of pros as well. But obviously I'm going to talk about them right now. Chris Rock, excellent. I think he does a great job in the movie for what he is. Yeah, he's a comedian, but come on, give him a break. Every line he says is going to be funny because you've only heard him say funny stuff. If you've heard him say serious stuff and then he went to funny, that'd be weird. But no, he's just a comedian, you know? He came on the screen. He did what he had to do in this horror franchise. He put comedy into it. He put the serious acting, the dramatic acting, where some of his lines given like bad and could have given better. Yes. Were some of his facial reactions in the movie good? No. I don't know. It's kind of like there's a bathroom scene. I'll put it up here. But it is supposed to be serious and all this stuff. But his eyes are just wide open the entire time this scene is going on. They just keep the camera on him. And you're like, bro, like, just close your eyes for me. I would rather watch the scene with your eyes closed. I'm just dying of laughter. It's supposed to be serious. But I'm not going to blame him on that. That's some of the director's fault, and that's just his face. Come on, just deal with it. But Chris Rock does a great job. He plays this cop named Ezekiel Banks. Is his name Ezekiel Banks or Zeke Banks? I don't know what his name is. Ezekiel Banks, there you go. I think his name is Ezekiel Banks. But anyways, he's a cop, and he did something that a lot of people didn't like when he first became a cop. And so a lot of the precinct does not like working with him or doesn't even like talking to him, so he does work alone. This spiral jigsaw killer comes up on the scene, and so now he is the head of his precinct leading this investigation. It's a fun time. This movie really surprised me in certain ways and disappointed me in a lot of ways, even though I said the movie's awesome. But let's go to what was good about it. It was a fun time. That's the thing. It was a fun time. It wasn't nauseating. When you see people in these traps, when you see people in certain scenes, there's not crazy editing, flashes, epilepsy warnings. Like, there's none of that. Is there the little, like, thing where they show them in the trap and they're like, ah! Yes, there is. Because they want to zoom it up and make it, like, intense, and it's like, you don't need to do that. But I thought it was well done. The traps were well done. And that's what we go to the Saw movies for, is the traps. Now, little disclaimer, don't go to this movie thinking it's going to be Trap City. Like, it is not Trap City. It's like a trap room. Like, it's maybe like 2 or 3 traps, and I only think 2 of them are actually pretty cool. The other one is, the last trap you see is kind of whack. I think the second last trap is weak. But other than that, it's fine. There's 2 traps in the movie that are really good, though. Really good. Like, I was like, that is actually really graphic, and I dig it. But don't go into this movie thinking it's going to be Trap City. Look at it this way. If you want to see traps, there's like 8 other movies you can watch that are in the Saw universe. Those all have like a bunch of traps. Go watch those. But those movies also aren't cohesive, and you don't care about the characters. In this movie, you kind of care. The writing isn't as strong as it should have been. But you do care about Chris Rock in some of the scenes. You're like, wow, he's getting done very dirty. Everyone around him's getting screwed over. He's getting attacked by this jigsaw copycat and doesn't know what to do. But it's well done. And for what it is, it's fine. It's fine. You would think, though, that Darren Lynn Bousman, he's directed Saw 2 and all these things. He's experienced. And you could see he changed a lot of how he would make and direct these movies. But I think at the end of the day, they needed to put Saw in a different director's hands. I think someone else could have directed this movie, and this movie could be a 10 out of 10. Like, I'm not even kidding you. The script is there, the story is there, the acting is there, characters there, the world is there, but the directing is just fine. I feel like somebody could have directed this so much better, made you feel a little more intensity, made you just believe that these characters are real. And I think that's an issue in the movie, is that a lot of the characters don't really seem real. Like, they're supposed to be, basically what Chris Rock does, it affects him. And so all the cops are treating him like douchebags throughout the whole movie when they're supposed to be working together. And you're like, really? Like, there's cops dying left and right, and you're over here saying, oh, Chris Rock, I did your mom last night. Like, what? Who cares? Like, dude, it's just the intensity kind of loses it. And then when there is intensity, it's kind of ruined because the whole movie, there's just screaming. It's just screaming after screaming. Samuel Jackson screaming. Marisol Nichols is screaming. Chris Rock is screaming. Like, the people in the traps are screaming. Like, there's so much screaming. Like, damn, stop screaming. It loses the intensity of every scene when every scene is just screaming. Screaming in the traps. Screaming in a room just alone. Screaming while they're going to McDonald's. Like, why is there so much screaming in this movie? And it's funny and it's entertaining, but it does take out the intensity because then every scene is just the same. Like, I think that's the issue with the movie is there was never a moment where I was like, my heart's racing and I was like, what's about to happen? What's about to happen? No, there's none of that. There's literally none of that because they ruined it because every scene was just screaming, 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 screaming. Or just being a douchebag to people. And I don't know, they could have done it a little better. With different director, could do it better. I think if they make a Spiral 2, put a new director. Darren Lynn Bousman did what he had to do. Just push him out a bit. And then bring somebody else in. Boom. Fantastic movie. But Spiral, it does what it has to do for a Saw movie. It gives you the traps, it gives you the story, it gives you everything. But it does it better than the other movies. Because this is so cohesive. It's a character piece about Chris Rock. What happened in his past to make people not like him and what's happening in the present. And the reasonings why he does certain things and why he doesn't like his dad, which is played by Samuel Jackson, does a great job as well. Samuel Jackson is fantastic in every scene he's in. Every movie he's in, I just love Samuel Jackson. He's awesome. He's funny. He knows what he's doing in this movie, and it's really cool to see him in this horror movie. It's pretty dope. And Chris Rock, for his first horror movie, he does a good job. Better than most. I've seen terrible horror movies, and somehow Chris Rock made a better horror movie than a lot of these horror directors have ever made in their life. Like, that's kind of cool. So I really did enjoy it. Spiral is a fun time. It just struggles with kind of remembering, I guess. Like, at the end of the day, are you going to remember the traps? Nah, if you've seen the other movies, these traps are babies, little baby traps compared to the ones we've seen in the previous movies. Are you gonna remember Chris Rock's character? Yeah, he's pretty memorable. He's more memorable than the other characters in the movies. And the thing is, like, I think about like the old movies, right? Because I'm a big Saw fan. The only way I could remember those characters if I saw their faces. At least in this, I could be like, oh, it was Chris Rock. He played Ezekiel Banks or whatever. And some people may not be like that, but I can remember this. And you can remember his dad, Samuel Jackson. You remember the killer you see in the movie and all this stuff. And I think it's a little more memorable story-wise than the other films. Now, the first Saw film, Saw 1, fantastic. I love it. James Wan and Lee Winnell did fantastic in that movie. I think it's incredible. I do think there's so many issues with it, but for when it came out, and what it means to horror movies and just the concept is insane. These guys are horror masterminds. And it's like, you see them all over the place still. Saw 1 came out years ago. And look, Lee Winnell, and he directed Upgrade. He directed Invisible Man. James Wan, he has his whole Conjuring universe. He directs Aquaman, all these other films. Like, it's so cool that they're still heads of this and they're still producing these Saw movies. Are they doing it so they can get some easy money? Maybe. But I think what they set up was fantastic. What it became to be with all these other different directors was just like torture porn, and it just, I don't know, like, it's entertaining, but it's not at the same time. It's just whatever. But I like Spiral because it's such a cohesive story, and I'm going to remember it. And I can't wait for the second one. I really want the second one because that ending is hit or miss for people. You may like the ending. I thought it was all right. I think they could have ended it a little better, like ended it with a cliffhanger, but still crazy. Because what I like about Saw 1 is it evens it out. You see, you conclude the story that you're watching with these two guys in the bathroom. It concludes, and then it just like turns it upside down, and you're like, whoa, what just happened? And the movie ends. This one is like, you kind of get a conclusion, and then boom, ends. And you're like, what? Well, what's going to happen to him? What's going to happen to her? Blah, blah. You know, so I hope we do get a second Spiral movie. I hope it does well enough, and Lionsgate is like, yo, let's do it again. So, guys, we're going to be doing the rating system a little different now. No more numbers. So, Spiral gets a B. A nice, bright yellow B. Because it's pretty good. And yellow is my favorite color. So, props to Spiral. But if you guys want to check it out, go check it out. Go to your nearest theater, go check it out. Check it out before Cruella comes out, because then that's all the thing that you're going to care about is Cruella. Or then Quiet Place comes out in a few weeks too. So just be ready for that. Reviews are coming out the window now. I have seen more than just Spiral. I've seen Mortal Kombat, Wrath of Man. I just didn't review them. I don't know, like, I felt like reviewing them, but I was like, but I do love Spiral, and I love Saw and all this stuff, so I was like, yeah, you know, let's bring it back with this, and from now on, we're going on. Reaction videos, album videos, music videos, every reaction, every review, everything coming right at you starting today with Spiral. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And a little thing, I want to thank all of you guys for watching my videos over the time. And it's crazy, it's been 4 weeks since I made a video, and I got 10 more subscribers. So thank you guys for that. I think I'm at 108 or 109, I don't remember. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching my videos. It means a lot. I would make these videos if one person was watching. That's how much I love these movies, and I just want to give you guys knowledge and let you know my thoughts. So really, thank you for that. And to get back to you guys, in like a few seconds, I am going to show a digital code of Saw 1. I got this 4K like a week ago. I started watching it. It was pretty good. I pre-ordered it. If you guys want it, it's on Amazon. I can put the link in the description below. Pretty good, color grading and everything. Now, the digital code I have for it, I don't know if it's 4K or not. You'll have to see for yourself if you win it. But it's really good. I love this movie to death. And this art cover, isn't this so cool? So creepy. I've always loved Billy the Puppet. It's pretty cool. But I do have the digital code. I'm going to play a little clip of me doing some stupid. And at the end of that clip, the code is going to pop up. I'll even put a timer on the screen. Maybe, if I know how to edit that, because I've never done it before. But we'll see. But I'll put a little timer on the screen. But thank you guys for watching. If you do want to win Saw on digital, the digital code will be on the screen in a few seconds. So get ready. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and burn on! Are you guys ready for the review? If you are the lucky person to get this, I really hope you do enjoy your copy of Saw 1. It's a fantastic movie. I hope you enjoy the hell out of it. And here you go. In 3, 2, 1, yo, boom. There's your code. Go to moviesredeem.com. Put that code in when prompted to. Choose your redemption option. I hope you guys, or whoever you're showing this movie to, if you win, you enjoy Saw. It's a fantastic movie. It's one of the greatest horror movies, and I hope you really do enjoy it. And thank you for watching, supporting, and I hope you do enjoy it. For everyone else who was looking at this and probably is going to try to put this code in but failed because somebody already did it, I do appreciate you for sticking around these last 40 seconds to watch this video. So try to get it, but don't worry. I am going to do plenty of more little digital copies and even just Blu-ray giveaways because I love you guys so much. You guys are great. Thank you for watching. Enjoy this copy of Saw, whoever won, and thank you, and I'll see you next time.